don't care what you do until you tell me what you can't do. $2:30. Come on, I'll show you what we're about to do here. All right, a few things here. The leaves have blown down and accumulated here in this catch, and it's keeping this gate from being able to open and close because it's blocking this sensor. So I'm gonna get these leaves out of here, and I'll show you the easiest way I've ever found to do that. We used to do it at the old house too, to grab leaves, because we'd use leaves to break down to make compost. And then all of these trees, these chickens have found that all of this wood mulch has rotted down and has attracted a ton of worms and bugs. And they have, over the last couple months, unrooted all of these trees that we planted here last year. So I'm gonna stand them back up, rake the wood mulch back up around them. These trees, it's warming up, so they're starting to come to life now. And I'm gonna have to put something around them to keep the chickens out. I really don't know what the answer is. I have so many chickens. I almost feel like the answer is to just kill these chickens, because these are the ones that are always down here. Off these chickens, turn them into dog food, and hopefully that takes care of it, because it's gonna, no matter what we do otherwise, it's gonna be a ton of work. I'm gonna have to T-post all the way this entire fence line and basically build a corridor to keep these chickens out. Or I thought maybe pallets, build a box of pallets, just kind of screw pallets around, but I don't know if that'll block too much sunlight getting to the base of the tree. I don't know if that matters or not. That's what I'm addressing right now. I think most of these trees will still be okay, but I don't really know, but I guess we'll find out. And then a lot of these trees are starting to come back to life. You can see that this tree here, probably standing deadwood. This one here, I would guess is also deadwood. Yep. These are just those ones that bloomed up early the last few years when it warmed up like it is right now. That's a Granny Smith apple, dead. And then they'd put on blossoms like they are right here, and then boom, the cold would hit them and it would just kill them. And it did it 3-4 years in a row, and those trees, it just took a toll on them. This one here seems to be dead also. No growth, these snap dead. This one here is fine, it's a pear. It's the craziest growing thing on the property. And then these over here seem like they're putting on growth. This one seems okay, whatever this is. And this seems alive too. Most of these down here I think are still okay. Yeah, that's new growth right there. This sucker here is new growth, that's good. And then these are these figs we put in last year. Figs are deceptive, right? You'll think that this thing's dead, and then lo and behold, it'll just spring right back to life. Once they get going after a year or two, they do amazingly. And then these are those blueberries that were dug up off some other lady's property and brought in here. And they are actually growing. There's some new growth on all of these blueberries. So that's that. Definitely won't get all this done today. I'm gonna kind of start at the road and just start making it look different from the road in. The power company came in here, cut a bunch of trees down, and then just left them. So there's a big fucking mess out front. It's a complete eyesore. I'm just gonna start at the road and move in. First, I am going to get these leaves up, which this happens every year. Well, actually, I can't say it happens every year. It's happened a couple of years, this being one of those couple of years. But the easiest way to get these big loose leaves out of here is just to put this square trash can here. Get in there, step on them, keep compressing it, and then take them over to the compost pile, and that'll make this fence start to work again. I'm trying to start a podcast, survival podcast, but the internet has been absolutely crazy. Starlink went down. Both of our cable networks went down. There's a cell tower literally right there and right over there. And ever since they have upgraded these cell towers and added a bunch more cell towers, the system works like shit. I could shoot with a bow and arrow and hit that cell tower. And I have 2 of them right here. And behind the trees, there's 2 more. I have 4 in sight. And I have no internet. I literally can't even get a podcast to play here. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. I had probably 6 of these when we moved on the property. I don't know where they've gone to. It looks like we're down to 2. They last pretty well. The sun doesn't really seem to degrade them too bad. These wheels are hollow and really small, so if you have weight in this trash can and you're rolling it around on the gravel, it wants to turn over a lot. But for what it is, they're good. The Rubbermaid brute force stuff is super durable. These are also Rubbermaid. The lids clip on pretty good, but they're not attached. And because they're not attached, that's why they work so well for this. If they were attached, that lid would be in the way here. So I'm gonna grab it here and here. And just from that, it's full. That's nice wet leaf matter, and it will have all kinds of spores and mold and life in it, and it'll be great to add into the compost pile. So I think I'll grab a leaf blower and kind of blow the rest of these down and maybe do this one more time. All right, we'll trade this for this since we've already got the trailer on. Oop, that's not gonna open. I covered that sensor again. See, the gate's higher than the fence here. I was gonna move it with this, but that's a little overkill. And where I'm taking it is super wet, so it'll leave a lot of damage on the ground, and it'll take a lot more work to repair that. I think we get 3 in there, but I can't find any more of these trash cans. We had 6. I don't know where the others went. Man, it'd be nice if this thing, and I'm sure it would cause other problems that would be amplified elsewhere, but if I can move this gate forward to hold these, to limit loads for smaller loads, but Bungie would do the same thing. I just don't have one out here with me. Is it better to leave the 4-wheel running and use the fuel and have the gas fumes? Or is it better to turn the 4-wheeler off and just restart the 4-wheeler? More wear and tear on the starter? I don't know, what's your thoughts? I see a lot of guys when they get out of big equipment, when they get out of like skid steers and, you know, big tractors and stuff, they leave them idle real low. Is it better to leave that, or is it more wear and tear, you know, on the motor and stuff, starting up and having to spin the oil all around again? I don't know. I always turn the equipment off, mainly just so that it's not running when the camera's on. But I also turn it off so that I'm just not, you know, this thing's super old, and it the gas fumes are crazy with it because I'm sure it's tuned up and stuff, but I always turn it off just because of that. But just curious, just a thought. Any input on that? We've got all this way without these trash cans turning over. You can see right here, 90% of this pile is rabbit manure. On the bottom from last year, there is probably some leaves from out there at the fence line underneath all of this. We just had a ton of rain. I really feel like I would probably be better with this if I covered this so that the manure did not get saturated with so much water. I just feel like it'd be less compact. They're dumping tons and tons of, we just had huge storms yesterday. Trees falling on people's houses. That's probably Hollowell over there. That family lives in town. And boy, they work. Boy, do they fucking work. Holy shit. Saturday, they're working right now. But that's an area where they dump all the cut trees and green debris and stuff. So you don't see it very often, man. A man could go over there with a chainsaw, cut that up, and get free firewood or free wood to cut dimensional lumber out of. And it just sits there and rots. They don't, people like, everybody wants to talk about, I don't have money, or I need this, or I need that, but I see a man over there who's been paid to remove all this shit, dumping it. I do not ever hear a man over there with a chainsaw cutting that shit up for firewood to sell it. I don't care what you do until you tell me what you can't do.